Google Cloud is down again. This time it looks like it's Google Meet specifically that's having an outage. Let's take a look at what's going on. From the Google outage map on StatusGator, I can see it appears to be a global outage. Reports are coming right now in real time from all over the globe, of course, centered on North America, where most people are awake at this hour. I can see the vast majority of reports here coming from North America, but I do see reports on every continent. If I go to the StatusGator landing page, I can see lots of people reporting slow performance or connectivity issues. Service is down, error message. You can see a massive spike here over the last 30 minutes, dwarfing the usual green service health here. Now, StatusGator collects these outage reports from a lot of different sources, primarily from people who submit them on our website, but also through our customers' status pages. So StatusGator has hundreds of customers, each with a corporate status page that they share out to their employees. And when users report outages on that status page, we detect that outage when enough people have reported an outage in a short period of time. So StatusGator looks like we reported this outage 1:36 p.m. This is Eastern time where I am, and looks like Google acknowledged that about 17 minutes later. So once again, StatusGator detecting long before the provider acknowledged it. You can see some other outages here in the past that Google either never acknowledged or did acknowledge later. You can see here, we rate Google as a B average. It means there are perhaps not the fastest at acknowledging outages, but as we all know, all providers are slow at acknowledging outages. So you can see here, if I refresh this again, probably these counts will increase. Yeah, I'm seeing 69 people saying connectivity issue. It's the highest upvoted issue here on the Google Cloud unofficial status page. So in this case, we call it Google Workspace. Google has a number of cloud services. Google Cloud is sort of their primary cloud platform where they share out Google Cloud services with other users. Google Workspace, of course, is on top of Google Cloud, but it is the workspace, meaning the emails, the calendar, and Google Meet is one of the components of Google Workspace. So I received this alert right as I was about to jump on a demo for StatusGator, and I myself could not get into the Google Meet. It was unfortunately just spinning and spinning, showing me a black screen, giving me error messages, saying it was waiting to connect. So let's go over to how this showed on Google, how it showed in the AI tools. One of the things that's always interesting to me is just how terrible tools like ChatGPT, like Gemini, and Google itself are at showing you ongoing outages. So at the peak of this outage, before Google had even acknowledged it, I did check Google itself to see if they had anything about this outage. So I'll show you some of the other tabs here. In Google AI mode, I asked, is Google Workspace down? They, of course, checked their own status page and reported all core services are currently operational. It apparently also checked Down Detector and said it could not find any ongoing issues. Now, this was at least 15 or 20 minutes after StatusGator had already reported that the outage was ongoing. I also asked, is Google Meet down, thinking maybe there was an issue between the naming of these things. You never know how these large language models work. In this case, both Google Meet down and Google Workspace down in AI mode both showed no issues. This one did update. Actually, I stand corrected. This one did update after I refreshed this. So I've done these queries a few times, and it did take some time for this to update. It looks like this is now reporting, it looks like from CNET and Down Detector. Google AI mode is showing an outage for Google Meet. So let's check the AI overviews. These are generally worse. Google Workspace not experiencing a widespread outage, and the AI overview. Let's check the Google Meet down. Not even seeing an AI overview. I'm seeing StatusGator here. What happens if I refresh this? Also, pretty funny that the AI mode shows Google Meet down. However, the AI overview shows no, Google Meet is not down. Multiple status monitoring sites, including Down Detector and is down, showing no status active. Yeah, very strange to see, even though StatusGator has been saying Google Meet is down for, looks like close to a half hour now. Google AI overviews doesn't show that. Perplexity, I also checked. Perplexity being the AI tool that a lot of people say is good at research, still doesn't seem to be able to do these real-time queries. Google Workspace is currently operational and not experiencing a major outage today. Interesting. It does reference StatusGator. Love to see that. Also asked it, is Google Meet down? Official status dashboards and third-party monitoring sites confirm Google Meet is online and operational. What always perplexes me, pun intended, about Perplexity is that I can see that it does hit the StatusGator page when I do these queries. So it is querying StatusGator and then it is returning the wrong information, which is very bizarre. ChatGPT saying looks like Google Workspace is not currently down. Google Meet is not currently down. Let's ask it to check again. See if it does anything different this time. Google Meet now showing the official outage on their official status page. Strange that it's searching YouTube and Spotify. What a bizarre thing to look for a current outage. You can see these tools really have a long way to go. Google Workspace status dashboard shows that Google Meet is operating normally with no ongoing disruptions or outages reported. Let's actually open that up and see what it says. Pretty strange. I mean, it says right here, incident affecting Google Meet. Again, StatusGator detected that almost 20 minutes before it was acknowledged here. But it is acknowledged now. It is showing now. This is a real-time query and is saying no current issue. So why it hallucinates this stuff, the world will never know. But it's very clearly inaccurate. Let's see here. Claude AI also not experiencing any major outages. Shocking. Google Meet service status appears to be working normally. Let's ask Claude again. Can you check again, please? Let's waste some more tokens with please. And see what that comes back with. Checking the status dashboard directly. I have found some important new information. Appears some users are experiencing issues with Google Meet today. So asking it to look harder seems to have helped. Interesting. What's also strange is that it seems to show, it definitely seems to favor the status page, the official status page. We all know those are lies and those are wrong. So why it favors the official status page is beyond me. But those are rarely the best place to get the most accurate information, especially for an emerging event like this. Here again, you can see still ongoing as active. Once again, Google Meet showing down here as an ongoing active outage. Let's check what StatusGator is showing. This is my internal tool. I can see people's actual reported outages. So right now it is 6:09 p.m. This is in UTC. It's 2:09 p.m. ETC. It looks like people are still reporting can't start Google Meets, Google Meet down, Google Meet not working, service down, not working, joining Google Meet not working. Google Meet is down, unable to create meetings, and on and on and on. Yeah, nothing new here, no change in status. Let's go back to StatusGator and see what we see. So again, this is the StatusGator unofficial status page, the one that a lot of people go to check the status of outages before the official status pages acknowledge them. Let's see, we can see here again, 138 outage reports in the last 24 hours. This is a curated selection of them. You can also see some of these summarized issues here, connectivity issues. Really, I think the service is just hard down. An app not loading. Some people choose app not loading. Some people choose service down. It really depends, but it's definitely all the same issue. Let's go again and check the Google outage map. Yeah, it looks like Yeah, still all over the world. One of the things that's really useful with StatusGator is being able to get notified about these outages through a number of channels. So if you go back to my StatusGator board, I can always add a service monitor to my dashboard like this. And if I filter my service monitor, I can monitor specifically Google Meet if I want to, instead of all of the services that are part of Google Workspace. Now my Google Workspace monitor is monitoring only Google Meet. Furthermore, I can even rename this monitor to Google Meet Monitor. And now I'll be monitoring Google Meet, and I'll get notified of these outages, both official and unofficial, in the future. And under integrations, we have lots of chat integrations. These are probably some of the most popular, Slack and Teams being probably the number 1 and number 2 most popular ways to get notified of outages on StatusGator. You can also go to our StatusGator blog at any time, and you can see we do monthly roundups of all of the major outages like this. So we usually post some videos on there, also lots of write-ups. You can see here's the August early warning signals blog post that we have. Sentinel-1, Starlink, and Shopify were some of the major outages that we detected last month before the providers acknowledged them. And there's a very long tail here of other outages. GitHub 10 minutes prior, OpenAI 10 minutes prior, and on and on and on. If we go back to the Google outage map, you can sometimes see stats here. Yeah, 9 incidents in the last 30 days. That's an increase over the 30 days prior. Wow, quite an increase in Google outages recently. Not sure if there's something deeper going on there or not. You can also see down here, Google outage started, StatusGator acknowledged it and sent the outage and then alert, and then 17 minutes later, Google finally acknowledged the outage on their official status page. Once again, you can always come to StatusGator to see the status of any of these services just by going to statusgator.com. No accounts needed. You can just search, look for Google Workspace, Google Meet, any Google service, or any of the other 6,000 services we monitor. And if you have an outage, you can report it here. If you and your IT team want to monitor many services, you can sign up for an account, choose all the services that you want to monitor, and then get notifications in real time. We'll continue to monitor this situation here at StatusGator and stay tuned for future updates.